As many of you know, I'm a consumer product consultant and an expert on scaling brands into retail. And I have a consulting client called Ponyboy Slings, and they have sent me their box of samples hot off the presses. They've actually been selling their products in the South, and it's time for me to actually get to sample this incredible product that we talked about for so many months and see what it actually tastes like. Let's open it on up. All right, so some of the perks of doing consulting with consumer product brands is that they ship you product. You get to sample it and actually see what all this visionary talk was all about and give it a good taste test. So I am proud to announce that I have some really cool swag. Watch this hat go into the trash. We now have our Ponyboy Slings hat on. We have our Ponyboy Slings koozie. I think I got a t-shirt. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so styling. Super cute. Let me make sure this looks good. Boop, boop. Looks adorable. Oh my gosh, I hope it fits me. I may have to lose a little bit of weight. Otherwise, it'll end up being something like a crop top for me. And of course, we have our flyers about the different flavors. We've got Bourbon Popstar, Derby Cream Soda, My Cherry Amore. This is looking really good. So the key piece here is that this is a carbonated beverage with bourbon. So it's a sling. So if you've ever gone to a cool hip bar, they will have a sling, and it's usually a drink and a beverage is made with bourbon specifically. I love the retro look of Ponyboy. The founders have put so much energy into making an amazing brand that has a lot of personality and sass. So this is the box of actual sodas, or I should say cocktails. Obviously these cocktails have been sitting outside because they were delivered in the Texas heat. So I need to pop these in the refrigerator for a few hours to make sure that they are nice and cold before I drink them. But let me first show you what it looks like. Here we have the Derby Cream Soda. Look how cute this is. Retro, awesome. Bourbon Popstar. We got the pink look. It's just so adorable. They even had asked me some questions about the layout of the packaging because they came up with the first concept, which looked very cool, but I advised them to change it a little bit so it'd stand out better on shelf. And this is looking awesome. 7% alcohol by volume. I think I'm gonna like. And lastly, My Cherry Amore. This has a different shade of color, as you can see. So this is more of a brown, deeper raspberry color. This is more of a pink. These are going in the refrigerator, and in a few hours, I'm gonna take them out and give them a taste test. I love it. This also is a poster that they sent, and it has the founders on the front. She's literally eating his hair. This just gives you a great idea of how weird and quirky their personality is. It just makes me laugh. It's so funny. Making adults fun again. Two of a kind. Located in Louisville, Kentucky, and there's so much personality. You gotta check it out. Ooh, I also got some cool stickers. All right, I got my slings, and I actually have a soda drawer where I keep all my sodas. So we're popping them in there. Pretty excited. It's been a little bit of time now, and so I pulled these lovely Ponyboy Slings out of the fridge because it's time to taste test. And I want to repeat that these delicious samples were given to me by Janell and Bass, the founders of Ponyboy Slings. And they give us this cool little koozie that says, "Chill it, pop it, giddy up." I love the catchphrase. So I'm gonna put one of my new cans inside of there before I open it up. And because I would like to have an expert give me their opinion on the flavor profile, I've invited my handsome husband, Dylan Lynn, to help taste test everything. Dylan, would you mind joining me over here? There's Dylan. He's also an expert on whiskey and bourbon. And so as we already discussed, Slings have bourbon. So these are cocktails mixed by Mike and Janell. They are expert cocktail craftsmen. And so they wanted to make premium alcohol inside of a can. So let's open it on up. So this here, love that sound, okay. So this one, before I forget, is the Derby Cream Soda. So bourbon, whiskey, with sherry. It also says that there is aromatic bitters and natural flavors.
Sounds very interesting.
Yeah. So put this back in the can koozie because it's super cool. So I would love it if you'd be the first taste tester.
Okay.
So we got the cream soda is what we're expecting to taste with a little bit of bourbon.
Interesting.
And then we're gonna pour it into this so we can actually see the color. You guys are gonna be surprised. So that's the color of like a real cream soda. We've got that little yellow golden color.
Wow.
Ooh.
It's actually pretty good.
This is dangerous. This is really dangerous.
Yeah, this I can totally see this being great for like a summer drink at a pool because the flavor is pretty well balanced. It's not heavy. So yeah, like a summer pool day drink, I can totally see this happen. Yeah, this is actually.
Yeah, it tastes like cream soda. And I'd also say there is nothing like this that I've had before. Because I've had cream sodas, and normally what I do is I get the cream sodas, maybe a Zivia, for example, with like 0 sugar, and then I'll add bourbon or whiskey into it. This actually just tastes like that, but actually with more flavor.
Right. It very much tastes like a drink that you would get at a bar.
Yeah, it does. Delicious. So.
Very good. Well done.
Giddy up. Next up, we're trying the Bourbon Pop Star. So this is in the pink can, not the raspberry colored can. So we have flavors of bourbon whiskey with dry vermouth, strawberry juice, lemon bitters, and natural flavors.
Bourbon Pop Star. Okay.
So strawberry and lemon.
I can definitely taste the dry vermouth in this drink.
All right, so we've got that lovely, it's almost like a bright pink orange color. Swirl it on up. These are some of my favorite colors. Very vintage, very on trend with the brand. Okay, hit with strawberry first thing. That's great. The thing about these is that they're so good, I feel like you would not realize there's alcohol in them.
Yeah, like I said, like it's great for like a pool day, right? Summer pool day. It is not heavy. It's not a heavy drink.
Yeah.
It's actually rather refreshing.
Yeah.
Because you don't taste like heavy alcohol, so you can actually down quite a lot of bottles of these. I can see that. Can be a problem, but they're great.
Yeah, that's delicious. So very strawberry forward, follows with a little bit of vermouth and the bourbon. And then at the very end, you hear that bright citrusy texture taste at the very, very end.
And one thing I like about this is, you know how when you typically have a bourbon drink, let's say bourbon that are like old fashioned and whatnot, usually, unless it's like a really expensive bourbon, you will have like a really strong profile aftertaste to this. But this one actually didn't have any of those aftertaste. It's just kind of, again, very smooth, clean, refreshing. So.
Are you talking about the bitter taste that sometimes isn't refreshing?
Sometimes like when you have like, just have an old fashioned, or any sort of bourbon drink, you know, because of the profile of the whiskey, bourbon whiskey, usually it will have like a really strong aftertaste or like a really strong profile. Again, this is more on the refreshing side. This is more on the, again, like I said, like I can totally see myself drinking this at a pool on the weekend and just completely relax and or floating down the river. That's what Texans can only do because we don't have an ocean.
Yeah, and I think guys and girls would like it. I feel like it's family friendly.
Yeah, because typically if you do like a bourbon drink, old fashioned, more like a manly drink, right? So this is actually, you know, I can see girls enjoying this kind of drink too.
Yeah, that's great. I think it's unique too that they have bourbon in it, so it's not, it has that smooth rounded finish.
Right.
So here we bring up next My Cherry Amour. You can see this has more of a burnt raspberry cherry color. So it has bourbon whiskey with dry vermouth, sour black cherry, aromatic bitters, and natural flavors. Again, 7% alcohol. I'm gonna pour some for myself.
Oh, this is a little more red. Like
lovely, they're very lovely.
Very cool.
Will you be the first? Let's see all the colors together. Great job, Megan. Janell.
Ooh. Okay. This kind of reminds me of the adult version of Dr. Pepper in a way.
Ooh.
Because of the cherry taste. I can definitely taste the cherry. The bourbon. Wow.
Dr. Pepper grew up. Ooh, yeah, I can smell that cherry.
The cherry note is so bright. I would say the cherry note in this immediately recognizable, better than the bourbon pop star. Yeah, because
So
this is very distinct. Like, if I'm a person who loves Dr. Pepper, loves the cherry flavor on anything, this will be my go-to just because the flavor is so distinct.
It's very unique.
Yeah, it's
There's
right off the
nothing
bat.
like
You can smell it, you can taste it right off the bat. In fact, I would say you taste the cherry before you taste any of the bourbon, which made this even more dangerous.
That's so smooth. And I would say it doesn't fully taste like Dr. Pepper, just to make sure it's clear.
Totally.
It's a bright cherry, so it doesn't have the same, whatever that brown flavor is.
Yeah, it's different. It's different.
It's very sophisticated.
It's just that it reminds you of like that category of soft drinks, right? So this is actually very, very well done. Typically, I'm not a cherry flavor person, but I would drink this.
Would you buy it? Would you actually buy it?
I actually would buy it.
So out of these three, which one would be the one you pick? As your fave?
For me, I would probably pick between these two.
Okay, cream soda.
The cream soda and the cherry more. If I'm only gonna have one, I will probably pick the Derby cream soda just because I personally like a little bit more simple flavor drinks. So yeah, I would like this. I would much prefer this one, the Derby cream soda.
Now, when it comes to me, I would pick this strawberry bourbon pop star because I felt like there's nothing like it I've ever had, especially in an adult grown-up soda and beverage.
It's very fun.
It's so fun. It just tastes like strawberry. I can serve it to the girls. I can serve it to the guys. Everyone would enjoy it.
You know what I can see this happening? You can even pour this into a huge mason jar as like a specialty drink at an event. And I mean, as long as we can keep it carbonated, right? But I can totally see this as a flavor of like a specialty drink at an event. Like if you want to host a house party, if you want to host a wedding, hey, this is our specialty drink. I can totally see that happening with these drinks.
I totally agree.
Yeah, we're gonna have 3 mason jars, one each.
Yeah, for anyone who can't see the colors, like
there, hold it up next to each other. Yeah.
So there's the cream, the cherry, and the strawberry. So it's got all the awesome branded colors.
Yeah.
I think they did a great job. And so I know you're gonna ask yourself next, how can I buy this? So you need to go to the Ponyboy website to go check out which stores are currently carrying their products, because currently it's just exclusively in the South. So it's hard to get. So you gotta email them and tell them when to order it. You can ask them which distributors and stores are now carrying their product. So it's pretty exclusive. That's why we got the secret, a special stash shipped to us to be able to review it. So our general overall review is that these are delicious, refreshing sodas. Go check them out. Bourbon based. Support a local small business, Ponyboy. Giddy up.
Yeah, I will buy it.